gift bed.
Kelp. Kelp bed.
Kelp beds. Very skimming the water and the long piers flying like arrows. At dark, the hunters
Brought.
they catch into coral cove and there on the beach the animals were skinned and fresh. Two men who also
Sharpened.
the piers did this work, laboring far into the night by light of
Seaweed.
vines. In the morning, the beach would be
Strewn.
with
Carcasses.
and the rest with blue.
Okay, blood. All right, I missed a couple of words there. Strewn means thrown about. They're just, when they get finished working on it, the carcass is the dead animal, what's left of the dead animal. So they're taking the skin off, they're taking the meat off, and then they're throwing the bones. That's strewn about, as it's just been thrown about. And the carcass is what's left after they take the meat and the fur off. Kelp is a form of seaweed growing in the ocean. Were there any words that were difficult? Coral Cove is the name of the place where they are. So coral, it grows in the ocean. When you take it out of the ocean, it's like a rock, but people make, people make jewelry out of it. It can be orange, it can be white.
Yeah, the orange is more expensive than the white.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen coral necklaces a lot.
Yes.
I don't know how it
Coral, we know.
okay. Cove is a place where the water comes in and there is some sort of protection from the wind. So usually there's some land or a mountain that will protect this one bit of the ocean that comes in. And so people will live in the cove because on the other side the wind is blowing too much, so yeah. Okay, anything else? No? Okay. All right.
Many of our tribe went to the creek each night to count the number killed during the day. They counted the dead otter and tossed off the bed.
Beads.
And other things that is pale me. But I never went to the cove, and whenever I saw the hunter with their long spear skimming over the water, I was angry. These animals were my friend. It was fun to see them playing or sunning themselves among the kelp. It was more fun than the drop of
beads
to wear around my neck.
Okay, so beads, it's something you yes. Okay, yeah, you would call these beads, but a long time ago people used them as money. So what she's saying here is that that the otters were worth a lot of money. Skimming, that's going along the surface of something. You can make a rock skim over the surface. You can say, if you talk about something and you don't go into detail, you can say, we only skimmed the surface, meaning there's a great deal more to talk about. Okay.
This I told my father one morning. There are scary sown left in the beds around coral crop. I said before the
Aleuts.
Elias comes, there were many. Many still living in other places around the Iceland.
Island.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
He repeated.
He replied,
language.
laughing.
Sorry.
Laughing.
Laughing at my foolishness. When the hunters leave, they will come back.
Okay. There were scarcely a dozen. A dozen is 12. So there were hardly a dozen. Scarcely, scarce means rare, but it also scarcely can mean not quite a dozen. Scarcely a dozen left in the beds around the cove. Laughing at my foolishness. Do you know foolishness? It means to be foolish is not to be smart.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. To make a bad decision can be foolish. Okay.
Scary is not
There
enough.
will be no left, I said. The hunter will kill them all. This morning there are hunts on the south. Next week they move to another place. The ship is filled with place. In another week the hunter will be ready to go. And watch sure that my father goes. They would leave soon for today before he has sent some of our young men to the beach to bring a canoe from Ross, which has just been from the sea.
Okay. So the log that drifted from the sea, that's called driftwood. It's wood that's been floating in the sea. The sea has made it very smooth. Make sure to say the S on the end of words. And it usually sounds like Z, pelts. Pelts, actually that one sounds like TS. Logs sounds like Z, but you have to say that S because it makes a difference whether you're talking about one pelt or more than one pelt. Okay?
There are no trees on the island except the small ones stunned by the wind. When a log came ashore, as happened once in the long time, it was always carried on the village
To the village.
and worked on where a chance wave could not wash it away. That the men were sent to hollow out the rock in the cove and to sleep beside it during the night meant that they were there to watch the alias to keep alarm should Captain Orlov try to sail off without paying us for the otter skins.
Okay, so there were no trees on the island except the small ones stunted by the wind. If something is stunted, it did not grow as tall as it was intended to. Hollow out the log. They're making a boat, so they're taking some of the wood out to form a place to sit. Okay.
Horo out.
And alarm, to give the alarm, that means to, they're sleeping by the ship so they can let people know, call people if this captain has come back to sneak away with their money. It is also when you set your clock in the morning, that's an alarm. So it's a noise to make you understand something's going on. Okay, let's, Pew, would you take the next one, please? Oh, I'm sorry, did we skip you?
Everyone was afraid he might. So besides the man in the cove who watches the allotted sheep, others kept watch on the camp. Every hour someone brought news. Julep said that the alert woman spent a whole afternoon cleaning her skin up
Aprons.
aprons, which she had not done before while she had been there. Early one morning, Ramo said he had just seen Captain Olaf carefully trimming his
Beard.
so that it looks the way it did. When he first came, the
Aleuts.
who sharpened the long spear, stopped